Mighty what ho, chaps and chappets, Game Chap and Bertie here.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, fellows, and I dare say we are now discussing here the top 5 weirdest Super Mario games in existence.
Yes, exactly. The top 5 weirdest. Now, when we say weird, we don't mean bad.
No.
We don't mean sort of bad to play. We just mean weird in general.
Odd, strange, different, a bit, shall we say, out of the ordinary.
Well,
and
that's right.
We're going to start here straight away with our list, fellows. And first we have a rather unexpected entry in the list here. Super Mario Sunshine is at number 5.
Well, it most certainly is. We get straight in. We don't mess about, do we?
No.
We get straight into it. So, number Super Mario Sunshine.
Now, you have to understand, we're not saying Super Mario Sunshine is a bad game. No. We're saying it's a weird game, and if you think about it, it really is.
Well, okay, so let's have a look. Super Mario... Now, the first thing we think about with Sunshine, I mean, we had Nintendo 64, did we not?
Yes.
And we had Super Mario 64.
Of course.
And we kind of thought we were going to get maybe, I don't know, Super Mario 128 or something.
That's right, we had a tech demo for Mario 128, and we thought, oh great, we're going to get Mario 128. But actually, we didn't.
We didn't. We got this Sunshine. Now, it involved Mario with a water pack on his back, going around cleaning up goop.
Yes.
You can't say it's not weird, can you? I mean, he's going around cleaning up goop.
So let's get this straight. Super Mario, Princess Peach and his friends go to a tropical island for a holiday.
Yes,
They're not in the Mushroom Kingdom. They don't rescue Princess Peach from Bowser. They go to a tropical island where Bowser is taking a break in a hot tub. Okay,
In a tub,
and
right.
Mario gets given a flash liquidizing ultra dowsing device called Flood by a crazy mad scientist and proceeds to use it to clear up the entire island of goop. And he even gets thrown into court Phoenix Wright style at the start of the game.
He even gets thrown into court. Now, I thought you were going to ask me, can I think of any other Mario games with floods in them? And just as well you didn't, because I can't.
Exactly. How many other games does Mario appear in which he uses Flood, apart from Smash Brothers, I say?
Well, exactly. And of course, Princess Peach, doesn't get rescued in this one, does she?
Oh, she does. She gets kidnapped by Bowser Jr., of course, who he was disguising himself as Shadow Mario, you see. But I understand you not knowing that detail, old boy, because the game starts off with Princess Peach just milling about as usual. It's quite unusual and strange.
That's what I meant. She didn't, Bowser doesn't come along and sort of whip her out of there straight away.
What Bowser should have done is sent fighter jets after Super Mario's plane and made him crash land in the middle of the ocean, and the whole game would be sort of set on Bowser's hidden, lost Atlantic city, old boy, underneath the seas, I say.
Well, it could have been. So there are. The gooping cleaning up of goop. Sort of setting a different trend there for Mario in Sunshine on the GameCube. I mean, weird.
Quite
just weird,
I have to say. Now, in at number 4, we have the unquestionably weird title from Japan known as what, Bertie?
Well, now, this is where we get all serious. So,
yes.
We all know Sunshine. I mean, perhaps loads of people out there might not even know what this is. I don't know. But I am a teacher. Super Mario sweater. Now that's not what? Super Mario, he's getting into a tight situation, he's sweating buckets sort of thing.
I am a
sweater as you pull on a pullover thing you put on you, to stop you getting cold.
I am a teacher, Super Mario sweater. Now this was a game released in Japan in the late 80s, okay? Yeah. Now in this game, you didn't beat an evil sweater who was trying to kidnap Princess Peach and make her wear unstylish clothes. You actually designed your own sweater in a sort of, a Mario Paint type program, pixel art paint program.
Right.
You can make your own sweatshirt and then you'd send off this design to some Japanese company who would charge you 2,900 yen, about $25 or so, to make the sweatshirt for you and send it back to you.
Right, okay, so...
Okay, that's the object of the game.
You made a shirt, a sweatshirt sort of thing. Then when you made it, you told the company, or this company about it, and they said, well, that's good, give us 2,900 yen, whatever that is in pound, I don't know. And then they'll send you the t-shirt back. This is
gozaimasu. Exactly, and I just don't understand how come that qualifies as a game, old boy. It did qualify as a game, and it was released in Japan, so there we go.
Well, we can't really say much about whether it's bad or not, because I doubt there's any even people, are people still even, they've died of old age, those people, haven't they?
Well, no, still, I'm sure the sweatshirts made by that particular game are worth a lot of money these days, old boy. They must be collector's items by now, surely.
Scan eBay straight away.
There we go. Now, in at number 3, fellas, we have an unquestionably weird entry in the Super Mario spin-off series, being, of course, Mario Teaches Typing.
Right, okay, so this is another one, which is on the weird list. We're not saying it's bad.
I'm going to make a sound effect here for you.
Go on.
That's very nice. Thank you so much for playing in my game.
My goodness me, you've just typed out Shakespeare.
I know. It says... Yes,
I like the Ritty bit on the end.
Yes,
Ritty on the end. But anyway, so this is Mario Teaches Typing. Now, apparently, you get taught how to type by Mario.
You do.
And by Mario, which is quite unique, I suppose, although a little weird.
Now,
pressing the right keys to,
precisely, to advance the stages.
Levels and all that sort of thing.
Super Mario sort of looks at the Goombas, the Koopa Troopers and the blocks, and sort of stares at them. And when you press the letter that's emblazoned upon their person,
Yes.
Mario will either jump atop them or jump into them, as the case may be, and proceed along the level. Thereby, of course, you're supposed to increase your WPM, or words per minute typing speed, by basically guiding Mario through these type-driven stages. Now, if that wasn't interesting enough, the sequel to that game, Mario Teaches Typing 2, which was also an MS-DOS and Mac game, featured a disembodied Mario head which floated around the screen and gave you various Mario quotes. Now, that is weird, old chap.
Now, that does qualify as super weird.
That is imagine, if you will, the head at the start of Super Mario 64, but just a very weird, strange, and out-of-shape version of that bounced around and appeared at the most inopportune moments. And then you have Mario Teaches Typing 2.
No, yes, I've just had a thought, though.
Yes.
You think they sort of based that Nintendo, Mario 64 head on the head from this game?
I think they did.
Imagine they did. And no one really knew, because perhaps it goes back too far in history, I don't know.
Bonus fact, Super Mario Teaches Typing 2 was Charles Martinet's first voice role as Super Mario in the Super Mario series.
Was it really?
No,
What date was that then?
1995, I think, L-Chap.
My word.
It's me, Mario.
It's me. Oh, yes, of course.
Now, in at number 2, what do we have, L-Chap?
Right, okay, so that was rather interesting. We've got 3 there.
Yes.
Now teaching you to type. That's weird.
That's
it is weird, isn't it? Really?
Yes, it is
Can't say it isn't.
quite strange.
I'm Super Mario the Sweater.
Yes.
That's where he's not sweating buckets, but where you make
Yes,
a sweater.
come on, man, get to the point, I say.
I can't believe that. And it's sunshine. Number 2. Right, get rid of this. Now, this is Mario is Missing.
Mario is Missing.
Mario is Missing.
Now, of course, that particular game title, Felios, sounds quite sensible. It just means, Mario's been kidnapped. But here's the plot.
Good.
Bowser wants to melt the South Pole to flood the Earth, but he can't afford the hairdryers, so he sends his minions to steal the world's artifacts, and Luigi has to stop them by answering history questions. Oh, and Mario has been kidnapped by Bowser for some reason too.
My goodness me, that was said at the speed of light.
Of course it was.
Trying to slow that down a bit to the speed of sound or something. Bowser wants to melt the South Pole
On the Earth.
to flood the whole Earth
By using hairdryers to warm them all up, you'll see.
Yeah, okay. That's understandable. It's not a bad idea, I suppose. Can't afford the hairdryers, fair enough. Need a lot of hairdryers to do that sort of thing. So he sends those minions off to steal, presumably the hairdryers.
Yes.
Things like that. And Luigi...
No, he steals the world's artifacts so he can sell them off and then pay for the hairdryers.
Oh my goodness me.
Yes, get it right.
Is this a roundabout way of doing it? Why not just nick the bally sort of, the hairdryer?
I don't know. Why not just nick the world's biggest hairdryer and use it to melt the South Pole? Why not just use his fire breath? For goodness sakes, what was he thinking, man? He's got fire breath! Fire breath!
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's a very good point. Didn't think of that.
For goodness sake!
So Luigi pops up and has to stop them.
Luigi just stops them not by jumping on their head per se, but by answering history questions.
My word, this is getting weird.
Who was the first president of the United States? Tony Blair. There you go. That
yes.
of course answers the question and gains you access to the next level. That's how it works. Now, it's meant to be one of those edutainment games, you see.
Edutainment.
Edutainment. Yes.
Edutainmental.
Edutainmental. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to advise you the number 1 weirdest game in Super Mario existence is coming up.
Wait a minute. Hang on, you haven't said the thing.
What?
I mean, for goodness sake, in that game, Mario, he was actually kidnapped, I believe, by Bowser, for exactly.
That's why it's called Mario is Missing, but the sole reason why they called the game Mario is Missing was because Mario just happened to be kidnapped by Bowser for a completely irrelevant reason.
Well, it was just random. He just said, right, okay, you're next. He said, well, hang on, wait a minute, Bowser, just let's reason together.
No.
You're supposed to be kidnapping Paige, not me. He said, look, I'm doing a weird one here, so come over here. He just grabbed him.
Exactly.
Shoved him in the cage. He said, Luigi, get out there and get on with the job.
Well put.
And by the way, who's the next president of Mars or something?
Exactly. Now, the next one in our list fails the first and foremost weirdest game in Super Mario history. You don't need to be told what this is, but we're going to say it to you anyway. It's Hotel Mario!
Now, Hotel Mario, I mean... Once again, we're not saying it's a bad game.
We are.
I mean,
we're saying it's a very, very bad game.
Okay, we're saying it's a bad game then.
Yes.
As well as weird. I mean, this game, the whole game is weird.
Now, why is the game weird? I'm going to explain to you why the game is weird with a voice impression. Are you ready?
Well, exactly.
If you need instructions on how to check out the enclosed instruction book, check out the enclosed instructions on how to check out the enclosed instruction book.
Lots of spaghetti.
Exactly, well said. The game features perhaps some of the worst and most, shall we say, fingernails on a chalkboard grating voice acting of any Super Mario game, with Mario having that deep sort of throaty, completely irrelevant voice acting,
That's
and
right.
Luigi sounding like, what does he say? Do you bring a light? No. That sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very
You'll
strange.
bring a light?
To top that off, the animation in the game's cutscenes is horrendous.
Really?
It's awful.
Oh, my word.
It's terrible, old chap.
Yeah.
I tell you it is. It's on par if you've seen, those ones with Zelda in it, old boy. What did I say? The CDI Zelda games. It's like those, you know.
And when you play the game, you sort of get these Goombas that keep going round and round and round, don't they?
And when you play the game and get past the festering cutscenes, old chap, you just walk around a hotel for hours and hours on end trying to shut doors. You beat the game by shutting doors.
You beat the game by
Why
shutting
do you
doors.
beat the game by shutting doors? We don't know. You just do.
It's because of the spaghetti, I think. That all the spaghetti will sort of splurge out if you don't shut the doors.
I think spaghetti is the main reason for that particular game. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the weirdest game in Super Mario history, I believe.
We think. Number one.
Possibly also a strong contender for the worst.
The what it could be. I mean, if you play, maybe you like Hotel Mario. I mean, okay, I suppose it's got some playability about it, but you cannot deny the fact it's weird.
It's very weird, old boy. And of course, also on the list we had Super Mario Sunshine, just with that strange, goopy, floody, weird factor. I am a teacher Super Mario sweater.
That one there.
That one there.
I think that's really weird.
That should be number one, really, old boy.
Make one, send it off to someone out there, 2,900 whatever, and get the T-shirt sent back to you.
It's not too bad, I suppose.
It's strange,
Mario teaches typing and Mario is missing. Can you think of anything weirder than those?
No, I can't really.
If you ask me, the weirdest part of this whole thing is that bouncing, disembodied head in Mario teaches typing 2, LJ. That's the strangest thing of all.
Yes, but we could have uncovered a possible because of the Nintendo 64 thing.
It has provenance, doesn't it? That head in Mario 64 has history, LJ.
Does that mean it's Mario 64's weird too?
No.
Mind you, wait a minute. What about pulling his nose? What about just grabbing his nose and like that?
That makes you weird, not the game weird. That means you're weird for doing that, old chap.
Oh, well, I suppose. What say, everyone? What say? It's really us that's weird, not those games at all.
Weird? What do you mean weird?
Because you're weird when you play it, sort of thing. What say? It sits there normal until you play it, and then it becomes weird.
Can we leave the philosophy class, old boy, really? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you most kindly for joining us, I say.
We do.
We'll see you once more for the next exciting out of my word.
We'll be there.
Gentlemen.